So we got the win on a rebound against Toronto FC. And it might have come with a greater cost. I hope I'm wrong with that, especially since we just learned from the press conference after this game. But we'll talk about that after we recap this game. So Inter Miami versus Toronto FC at home at Dry Pink Stadium. Messi returns along with Jordi Alba, and we go underway. Not much has happened in the first 11 minutes of the game. Then it comes to 12 minutes of game. There was a little mistake on the passing, and it goes with the counter. DeAndre Kerr saved by Drake Callender, and the next shot was off the post, but didn't even go inside to the line of the goal. So that was the first chance for Toronto, and one of the rare chances for Toronto for this one, especially since they only did 2 shots on goal, and that was one of them, and 8 shot attempts. So that was a big save by Drake Callender, and something that was really nice to see. Really nice to see. So, so after that, Messi had the ball. He nearly scored, and then that was blocked away. And then a little bit after that, something happened with Jordi Alba. I think he was noticing something with his leg or something. So very early on, Noah Allen subbed in for Jordi Alba. That is perhaps a big blow, one of the big blows of the game. And shortly after, this really could not have come in the worst timing yet. Messi was subbed off. He took off his captain gear, captain sleeve, whatever you want to call it. He took them off and was going to get subbed off. He too also feels something like his body. It seems like his body is starting to wear down. It seems like I said in the League's Cup final, in the League's Cup tournaments, these games are so congested. They are congested, and not to mention they got called up. Well, Messi did. Messi was called up to the international duty to qualify for the FIFA Copa America. Was it Copa America? I don't know. It might have been the FIFA World Cup qualifying rounds for 2026. But again, they are so congested. Messi's been playing a lot. You know, he wants to play every game, but there will be a time where your body starts to need a break. This sucks. This sucks because we have important matches coming up. Like really, really important matches coming up. I'm sorry, I'm noticing on my elbow. And I'm just a little worried. I'm just worried of the bad news, especially for next week. Alright. We did get good news. Robert Taylor comes in for Messi, and Robert Taylor really what a player he is, for real. So we finally get the goal. After that, we go into stoppage time, and there was 9 minutes stoppage because of those couple of subs off, and there was an injury. I believe it was Christoph. I think there was blood coming out of his head, which is disgusting. I hope he's okay. He seemed like he was okay. He was able to play through. In stoppage time, though, someone was finally able to score. It was Farias. Farias scores on that one. Really nice score, Golasso score there. And Inter Miami leads it 1-0. Farias, Taylor, Kermashi, Capana, Kamal Miller, Joseph Martinez really know how to play soccer, football. They play great. And especially if those chances where Joseph Martinez almost had one. Messi, like I said earlier, almost nearly had one as well. Ruiz and some other folks. We finally able to get one. It was Farias in the stoppage time minutes. And next thing you know, we got to have time. coming out of halftime break. Farias passing it to Robert Taylor in the 54th minute, and Taylor running along with the soccer ball, running towards the right, curves up back into the penalty box, shoots one through, and that goes to the back of the net. 2-0 into Miami thus far. Then after that, Toronto was trying to get one back, and that was missed. Then after that, Kramashi with the soccer ball, passing it back and forth with Yedlin. I think it was Yedlin. Kapana, and right back to Kramashi, scores. Next thing you know, it's 3-0 into Miami. Then, and to finish it off, Robert Taylor from Farias, nice pass there, absolute banger to make it 4-0 into Miami. That is all she wrote. That's pretty much it. 60.5% possession compared to 39.5% Toronto has. 5 shots on goal for Inter Miami. 4 of them has made it. 2 shots on goal for Toronto. Neither of them have it. Shots 10 from 13 and 8. No yellow cards, so clean. And a few corners, set pieces, and 2 saves and 1 for advantage into Miami. So Toronto seemingly had nothing good coming out of them whatsoever. And to make matters worse, there's the injury they have to him, like especially with Vasquez and Zervania. They just can't catch a break. Toronto still does not have a win on the road, and it's still a disastrous season for them. And for Inter Miami, they go up closer. We still won this game. They go up closer in the standings, and we move up to 13th. We should be able to move up to 13th place because New York Red Bulls have drew 1-1. By this point, we should have an advantage of the goal differential with New York Red Bulls. Now, we only remain in 13th place, mostly because the fact that New York City FC did win against Orlando City. But Chicago did lose 3-0. Charlotte drew 2-2. So really, not bad. Montreal also drew, and the bigger game in interest is DC also drew. They were going to lose, but Atlanta, of course, didn't hold on like they did against us. But that's really about it. Now, back to Inter Miami gets a rebounds win, a big win, and they won this one pretty convincingly with the good help of Farias, Robert Taylor, and Kramashi and Kapana. Which is Kapana. He needs to be a rock star stud like he always is against the next opponent. All right. Before we talk about the next opponent, we gotta talk Messi and Alba. So in the press conference, Tata Martino previously stated that it wasn't part of the plan. I wouldn't say it was anything new or more serious than what was there before. I don't think there are any muscular injuries, and we will take it day by day. However, there was also a possibility of them not playing against Orlando City, or worst of all, there's a chance they might not even play in the U.S. Open Cup final. By the way, as we speak of that, I already got the notifications as on this time of the recording. Messi, Alba to miss next game. Is it a Mayans game? I don't think so. I think what's happening is they're both going to be evaluated in the coming days. Hopefully tomorrow. I hope they get evaluated sooner rather than later. This is worst timing. This is one of the worst timings yet. We're trying to push for the playoff spot, number one. Number two, we have the U.S. Open Cup final next week. Against the Houston Dynamo, who, believe it or not, we still have a hard time against. How is this happening? Now, granted, it is at home, and we have an advantage at home, but it's a big game. it's a big game. So, like they said, it's a day-by-day thing. We know for sure that they're not going to play against Orlando, which is big, which is a huge blow, because we're trying to push us to the playoff line. We only have 5 games to make up because DC drew. They have 36 points. We have 31, and they are still in 9th place. And mind you, Chicago lost, so it's tight at the 9th spot. It's really tight. So theoretically, going up to Orlando City, a draw would be good enough, in my personal opinion. A win would be huge. Like, I'm talking huge. You know how many times we won a game, even a game in Orlando, Florida? 0. I wouldn't say, well, fuck it, I'm going to say it anyway. It's impossible to win in Orlando. It's impossible. And without Messi, without Alba, those key guys who that we rely on scoring and defense, Alba's playmaking defense is really nice. That's a huge blow, especially against Orlando City in Orlando, Florida. We're going up to Exploria, for Christ's sake. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this game, and just pray that they will get better in time for the U.S. Open Cup final. That's a big game. Big game. Sunday is a big game too. Don't get me wrong. But if we want to win the U.S. Open Cup final, pull in all stops and big players. But who knows? We'll see what happens there. Maybe we might not need Messi. Who knows? I hope I'm wrong and they both were able to play. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. It sucks. Like, it absolutely sucks that this happens, but we gotta look at the positives at this point. Inter Miami did win against Toronto FC. Literally 4 goals after they both went down. So playoff hopes not lost. I think we're still in good shape. We just need to keep playing persistent and have the courage to go up to the other side and then score goals, just like what happened tonight. Now, granted, it is against Toronto, so Toronto's not necessarily one of the best teams, but this is a different beast altogether because Orlando City, they own us. They own us in Orlando, Florida. If we can get this win in Orlando, we'll be in way better shape to make the playoffs, especially since Messi will probably be able to be back at that same week. I hope to God I'm right. But anyway, there you go. So that's going to do it for this video, folks. Partially good news, which was winning it and then moving up furthermore in the playoff standings, but also bad news because of that. I don't know what else to say. But also, there is a international break coming up in October, which, yeah, right. We'll see what happens. I can say this. If I can get to the schedule back, I just exited. Okay, here we go. I'm back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left. 6 games left of the regular season. 7 games left of our schedule because of the U.S. Open Cup final. There's still 6 games left of the schedule. So, really, we only need to win about, I would say about 4 of them. Like 4 wins would probably suffice, right? Our key games, clearly. This one, New York, Charlotte, and Chicago. Cincinnati, we probably not, because Cincinnati is still all the way up in first place. Orlando City is chasing them. Now, granted, Orlando City did lose today, and they're going to come back angry at Exploria. So we'll see what happens. we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, now I can stop here. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you guys think of this game. What are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TV has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. I also apologize the way how I am right now, because of this game with the injuries. Hopefully not severe ones. Hopefully not. And the fact that baseball team still sucks. So yeah, there's the mood and personal life issues. It's pretty cool. But anyway, story for another time. Anyway, folks, that's gonna do it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys on Saturday for a Hurricanes video. Good night, everybody.